All praises due to the Most High family. We back talking more football. My schedule doesn't allow me to catch the games live, so I watch the highlights, I check the box score, and I come and I share my perspective with you, family, so we can discuss and just talk football. You know what I'm saying? And so I just finished watching probably one of the most like you know the games we was most excited about this coming weekend, with the Lions and the Bucs. Now, so let's get into it. I mean, this was a pretty straightforward game. I'm not gonna lie to you. It wasn't a whole lot of mystery or controversy. I mean, this was just a straight up. I mean, this is straight up like a consistent outperforming of the other team on the part of the Lions. They just consistently throughout the whole game from start to finish just outperformed the Lions. Now, it was pretty similar in some areas in terms of like third down conversion, time of possession, penalties, turnovers, things like that. It was almost like exactly even between the two teams, where really the only thing that stood out to me was the discrepancy in running the football. I mean, dang, what was his name too? Dang, y'all, my fault. The Lions running back though, he was going in. Almost 20 carries at 8 yards a carry, averaging. You're going in, family. We know the Buccaneers defense is no slouch. No slouch at all. But he brought it to them. That was really the biggest difference maker in between the two teams. You know, in my opinion, the Bucs just were unable to run the ball. And they were playing from behind the entire game. So that's why you're Baker Mayfield and you rack up 50 pass attempts. Family, I would love, maybe I just need to do that research. What's the winning percentage of a quarterback with 50 pass attempts? It can't be that high. It just can't be. You know, when you're, and I'm surprised that given that discrepancy, 50 pass attempts is a lot. And he had almost like 20, he had just over 20 incompletions. That's a lot of stopping the clock. You know, so I'm almost surprised that the time of possession discrepancy wasn't bigger in the direction of the Lions. And even the score. I mean, that would normally tell me that the score would be a lot more out of whack too. But the Buccaneers created a couple turnovers with their defense. But man, to me, I mean, we all know that the Buccaneers have at least a serviceable defense, if not a good one. But to me, I was impressed with the Detroit defense. Those are guys that are flying all over the place. They're creating turnovers. They're not just, they're not just opportunistic on turnovers. They're creating them. They're working on making them happen every play. They get pressure. Those linebackers are flying around. Those defensive backs, they're passing up they're breaking up passes. Right? So to me, that was the biggest thing that I was impressed with. I knew dang man, his name is escaping me right now. But shout out to that Lions running back for that game. You know, he really put the team on his back. I mean, we know Jared Goff can do what he does, and he can throw the ball and give us 200, 250 yards, 300 yards sometimes, 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns. We know Jared Goff can give us that. And so when you trust in your quarterback and receivers producing like that, you know, that's what allows for a running back to have this type of game. 8 yards a carry that's super impressive. That's super impressive. You know, you give a running back 20 touches, 25 touches. I mean, a good running back is going to give you 100 yards. But the difference between a good game and a great game is those yards per carry. It's, are you reading the holes? Are you breaking tackles? Are you, being taken advantage of in mismatches? You know, that in this case made or broke the game, to be honest with you. And Baker Mayfield didn't even have a chance to really do any late game heroics, like just because the game was too far out of reach. And then the Rams did not let up on the run just because they were ahead. Like, that's winning football. Is if anything, you double down on the run and you really drain that clock and you really punish that defense and you keep the ball safe. Right? So, I don't know. I heard some people talking about, like, is this a NFC championship preview? I don't know, family. I still think the Eagles are just better than the Bucs. I think the Lions are dangerous, but also still, and that was week 1. That was week 1. But because I was kind of predicting the Packers to be top tier, I'm still holding on to that week 1 win, that week 1 butt whooping over the Lions that the Packers had. You know, I think the Packers are just hitting a rough spot that they're getting themselves out of right now. I think the Lions have finally found themselves, and they're in the middle of their stride. I think the Bucs know how to win close games, but I think if you just come in and you just outclass the Bucs, then but that might be asking for too much. But I'm talking, some people are putting the Bucs in the tier with the Eagles and the Chiefs and the Lions. Like Super Bowl winning possible teams. So I just don't know if I have the Bucs on that tier. Maybe the tier under. Probably not the one under that. I mean, they're I think they're second tier in terms of that. The Lions, though, I think are on that tier with the Eagles and the Chiefs. So I don't know, man. It's still early in the season, so I know these tiers and these standings are fleshing themselves out, but that's why it's so fun that it's a long season. But the eye test tell you everything, family. The eye test just tell you everything. Right. Now the Bucs are short. They're down because of some injuries. So maybe they are top tier. But I think it's great to see that your quarterback can put on the cape and can be MVP, but I don't think that's necessarily a benefit or like what you want to lean on for your team. I don't think that's what's going to win you a Super Bowl. It's going to be complimentary football, an all-around effort. It's going to be your quarterback playing within themselves and not having to overextend themselves to be Superman. Right? Now that's great when you need it, but for that to be plan A, or even like the most common recipe for wins, I don't think that's sustainable where you want to be at. So that's just my take, family. It's an entertaining football game, but the Lions just outclassed the Bucs on this one. Peace and love.